不欲而取，名之为道. Yeah. So whatever that whatever that you didn't that nobody said is given to you, or whatever you know belongs to somebody, if you take without asking, that's considered stealing. Yeah. 离本处，名之为道. Once it has moved from its original place, that's considered stealing. Yeah. So there are a few conditions for stealing. The 有主物, yeah, 有主物. So something that belongs to somebody, yeah, it must belong to somebody. 无主物, something that doesn't belong to anybody, it's free for you to take. For example, air. Breathe in, right? Breathe. If this air belongs to Buddhist student, then you must apply. You must once you step in, you hold your breath. Yeah. 无主, those items that don't specifically belong to anybody. Yeah. But there are some things that would appear to not belong to anybody, but does belong to somebody. For example, under state law, anything that is not private belongs to the state, basically. Yeah. Any piece of land in Singapore that doesn't belong to anybody, that is not under a title deed or whatsoever, belongs to the state naturally. Yeah. This is the first criteria. It must belong to somebody, yeah, for you to commit theft. Yeah. And then 要道心取, yeah, or 起道心. Yeah. So you must have a thought to steal, yeah, to possess what is not yours. You may not specifically have this thought, oh, I want to steal, and you use this word steal. But if you want to possess something that is not yours, that's basically stealing. Yeah, to possess something that is not yours. And then 前方便, you take the steps required. Even if you have the thought, but you didn't act upon it, that's still not stealing. Yeah, 前方便. You see this water bottle, wow, looks so amazing, shiny, wow, looks so amazing. Then you have this thought, it's on Shifu's table, I saw him drink, but I want to have it, I can't take anymore. Oh, now everybody is meditating. Slowly you creep forward, avoiding the camera, and then you reach out. Wow. When you do this, you haven't steal. Once you remove it, yeah, so once you remove it, then it's stealing. Yeah. Then in the Vinaya, the various masters listed out the various ways of removing it. Like, once you remove it, how many inches? Yeah. Beyond how many inches, it means you have stolen. Yeah. Then they come out with all kinds of permutation. For example, this person saw something on a moving cart. Yeah. So he just lifted his arm and knocked it off. Yeah. So after he has dropped off, then he picked it up. Yeah. Thinking that that's okay. But the moment he lift up and then he knocked, as the cart moved forward and the thing shifted, then it says once it has shifted by how much, you have already considered committed theft. Yeah. Now, all these stipulations occurred thousands over years ago. Yeah. Now, if you distill all that, it's basically about you taking steps to possess something that don't belong to you. Yeah. Now, there are some cases where it's ambiguous, where you are not sure or you don't know. Yeah. And that is where there's a bit of grayness. Yeah. In many cases, for example, if you walk along the street and suddenly you see an iPhone on the floor, yeah, or in the office, yeah, or somewhere, if you see an iPhone on the floor, do you think that belongs to nobody? Do you think the iPhone just grew from the ground, drop from the sky? Yeah. So some things are explicitly or implicitly owned by somebody. Yeah. almost, you can say that all man-made objects is definitely owned by somebody. Yeah, and regardless of the state or the condition of the item, you must always verify and seek clarification. So in the class, one case was given. Yeah, it's almost like lawyers, when we study the precepts. So they say in one of the case, one monk. This case came much later because the example is a bicycle. In the Buddha's time, there's no bicycle. So this example was given about a bicycle. So I think it was a monk who saw a bicycle on the street and it was a bit broken. So he thought, okay, this bicycle, he thought somebody threw it away. So he took it and then repaired and started using it. So after a short while, somebody came and charged him with stealing the bicycle. So he related everything to the whole community, but it was ruled that he must return the bike. Yeah. The point about some of these cases is that to always verify ownership. Yeah. To always verify ownership. And as I recall, the example given is very pertinent about the fact that even though the bicycle was broken, yeah, if the bicycle was okay, then it's very clear cut. Yeah, that surely, the bicycle is working fine and you took it. But even in such a case where the bicycle was actually broken, left on the street, you still have to verify. You cannot simply assume that it is ownerless. If it's inside a dustbin, then it's different. Yeah. I mean, if it's inside a dustbin, a bit hard to argue the other way around. In the Buddha's time, there was this time where the Buddha and Venerable Ananda was walking on the street, I think like the usual, going from one place to another place. So there was a farmer nearby. So the farmer observed that when the Buddha walked past, he looked on the ground, some patch of the ground, and smiled and said, poisonous snake. Then he walked off. Then Venerable Ananda reached the same spot and looked at it, and then also smiled, indeed, poisonous snake. And then he also walked off. So the farmer was very curious. Why did they look at some spot there and then say poisonous, smile and say poisonous snake, So he went there and he said, whoa, this kind of poisonous snake, I wonder. Oh, it was one pile of gold, So he was thinking like, why did the Buddha, say that it's poisonous snake? So anyway, he took the gold, went back. Before long, because of all the expenses, then the authorities start to become aware. And the king was, the treasurer, the king's treasurer got wind of this and thought, how can this farmer, farmer usually are not so rich, how can this farmer afford all these things? Yeah, so did an investigation, found the gold in his house. So reported to the king summoned him, captured him, and was going to behead him. Yeah, basically, you must have stole from the king. Yeah, or you must have stolen from somebody. So he said, no, I didn't steal from. And he related the whole story about how the Buddha walked past and said that it's a poisonous snake. Yeah, 毒蛇. And then the king said, okay, let's ask the Buddha over. So the Buddha came and then confirmed that that is true. Then the king was like, but why do you look at the pile of gold and say that it's poisonous snake? So the Buddha said, no, isn't it poisonous snake? It has harmed this poor farmer now. It has gotten you into trouble, isn't it? Yeah. Buddha, when he looked at worldly wealth, he says, it's poisonous snake. Yeah, if you don't handle it properly, it can harm you. Yeah, it can harm you. Yeah, and at that moment, then the farmer thought, indeed, this is a poisonous snake. Yeah. For example, if you go to your friend's place, and you ask for tissue paper, if you take one piece of tissue paper, your friends wouldn't mind. If you take the whole box, they probably will look at you funny. Yeah, you go to the toilet, and after you come out, the whole roll of toilet paper is gone. Yeah, your friend will be like, 为什么我刚换而已? Yeah, 就不见掉了. Yeah, so this is where there's a limit to common use. Yeah, there's a limit to common use. Yeah, and this is not just about monastery. Anywhere. Yeah, anywhere. Say for example, when you go to the public toilet or you go to a hotel, for a trip. Some people think that, well, because I pay for it, so I can leave all the lights on, leave all the aircon on. Yeah, I just leave the water running whenever I need, whatever. Toilet roll. Yeah. Actually, that is not proper. Also, that's not good. Yeah, that's not good. In the Yogacara school, we say that whatever you use is counted on your account. It's not so much whether you pay for it. Whatever you use is counted on your account. Yeah, because it's from your karmic seed. Yeah, when you appreciate this more, then it's not to get people paranoid. Then you really appreciate whatever you manage to have and use. Yeah, because then you realize it's no longer about who pay for it. Yeah, even if someone pay for it, you really cherish it and use it carefully. Then to me, your life, you become a more beautiful person. Yeah, both not just appearance, but in your actions also.